Hi, I am Dr. Sigarkanti. In this video, we find nth derivatives of some functions. If y equal to a cos log x plus b sin log x, show that x square y2 plus x y1 plus y equal to 0. Given that y equal to a cos log x plus b sin log x. If I differentiate this with respect to x, then we get y1 equal to a constant as it is, cos derivatives minus sin, that is cos of log x derivative is minus sin of log x into log x derivative is 1 by x plus p constant as it is, sin derivative is cos, sin log x derivative is cos of log x into log x derivative is 1 by x. So this is my y1. Multiply this equation by x, we get x into y1 equal to, on the right hand side x gets cancelled, I am getting minus a sin log x plus b cos log x. Okay, x y1 equal to minus a sin log x plus b cos log x. Again differentiating this with respect to x, we get, on the left hand side we have to use the product formula here. X is one function, y1 is another function. Differentiating with respect to x. So first function is x, differentiation of y1 is y2 plus second function is y1, differentiation of x with respect to x is 1 equal to, on the right hand side minus a is a constant quantity, okay, minus a into sin log x derivative. Sin log x derivative is cos log x into log x derivative is 1 by x plus b constant as it is, cos log x derivative is minus sin of log x into log x derivative is 1 by x. Again multiplying this equation by x, we get x square y2 plus x into y1 equal to minus a cos log x minus b sin log x. So here if I take minus common factor, I am getting a cos log x plus b sin log x. But what is a cos log x plus b sin log x? It is nothing but our y. So this is equal to minus y. And taking this minus y to the left hand side, we get the required equation. That is x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. Next example, find the nth derivative of the following. Number 1, 1 by x plus 2 into x plus 1, 1 by 6x square minus 5x plus 1, x square by x minus 1 square into x minus 2. To find the nth derivative of such functions, what we need to do is, we have to resolve them into partial fractions. So making them as 1 by ax plus b form. So I will consider the first example, y equal to 1 by x plus 2 into x plus 1. Resolving this into partial fractions, I can write 1 by x plus 2 into x plus 1 as a by x plus 2 plus b by x plus 1. Multiplying this equation throughout by x plus 2 into x plus 1, left hand side is 1, right hand side is a into x plus 1 plus b into x plus 2. Just we have to find the values of a and b. For that, we give some values, some suitable values to x such that either this bracket becomes 0 or this bracket becomes 0. Now, this bracket becomes 0 if I give x equal to minus 1. So, for that, I will put x equal to minus 1. Left hand side is 1. Right hand side, this becomes 0. I am putting x equal to minus 1. Minus 1 plus 2 is 1. So, right hand side is b, left hand side is 1. So, that is, I am getting b equal to 1. To find the value of a, I want to make this bracket to 0. For that, I have to put x is equal to minus 2. If I put x equal to minus 2, left hand side is 1 as it is. Right hand side, if I put x equal to minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 into a, this is minus a. Minus a plus this term is 0. That is minus a equal to 1 or a equal to minus 1. So I am getting a equal to minus 1 and b equal to plus 1. So this is minus 1 and this is plus 1. Therefore, I will write 1 by x plus 2 into x plus 1 as minus 1 by x plus 2 plus 1 by x plus 1. Now here this is in the form of 1 by ax plus b. This is also in the form of 1 by ax plus b. Okay. And we have, if y equal to 1 by ax plus b, then nth derivative of this, that is yn equal to minus 1 to the power of n into n factorial a power of n divided by ax plus b to the power of n plus 1. So using this formula, we can find the nth derivative of this and nth derivative of this. So therefore, yn is equal to, nth derivative of this is minus sign as it is, minus 1 to the power of n factorial into a. Here in this case, a is equal to 1. Okay, this is 1 into x plus 2. This is also 1 into x plus 1 divided by ax plus b, that is x plus 2 to the power of n plus 1, plus nth derivative of this is also minus 1 to the power of n into n factorial into 1 to the power of n is 1 itself, divided by ax plus b means x plus 1 to the power of n plus 1. So this is the nth derivative. Next example, y equal to 1 over 6x square minus 5x plus 1. First what we do is we factorize this and then we resolve it into partial fractions. 6x square minus 5x plus 1 can be written as 6x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 1. In these two terms, taking 3x common factor, I am getting 3x minus 2x minus 1. 3x common factor, 2x remains here, 1 remains here, 2x minus 1. In these two terms, I will take minus 1 common factor. Then this becomes 2x minus 1. So that is again 2x minus 1 into 3x minus 1. Or we write 3x minus 1 into 2x minus 1. This is the factorization of 6x square minus 5x plus 1. Now I will write this 1 by 3x minus 1 into 2x minus 1. I will resolve this into partial fractions. This is a proper fraction. I will resolve into partial fractions. This is equal to, as this is a linear factor, I will write this as a by 3x minus 1 plus. This is also linear factor. We write this as b by 2x minus 1. Now multiplying this equation throughout by 3x minus 1 into 2x minus 1. Left hand side is 1 equal to right hand side is a into 2x minus 1 plus b into 3x minus 1. To find the values of a and b, I have to make this bracket 0 and I have to make this bracket 0. For that, I have to put some values to x. Okay, some convenient values. Here, this bracket becomes 0 if this becomes 1. Means I have to put x equal to 1 by 2. So, put x equal to 1 by 2. Then this becomes 0. Here I am putting x is equal to 1 by 2. This becomes 3 by 2 minus 1. 3 by 2 minus 1 is 1 by 2. So 1 equal to b by 2 or b equal to 2. Okay. B, this is our 1 by 2. B by 2. 1 equal to b by 2 or b equal to 2. Next, to find the value of a, I have to make this bracket to 0. To make this bracket to 0, I have to make this term equal to 1. To make this term equal to 1, I have to put x equal to 1 by 3. Okay. So put x equal to 1 by 3, left hand side 1 itself. And this becomes 0. Here I am putting x is equal to 1 by 3. This becomes 2 by 3 minus 1. 2 by 3 minus 1 is minus 1 by 3. So that is 1 equal to a by minus 3 or minus a by 3 we can write. Or that gives a equal to minus 3. So we have b equal to 2 and a equal to minus 3. So this can be written as minus 3 by 3x minus 1 plus b by b means this is 2 divided by 2x minus 1. And this is the Python programming to get the partial fractions. That is the commands are from SymPy import to star x equal to symbols x within the quotes within the bracket. I have taken some variable name here equal to apart. This is the command apart 1 by 6x square minus 5x plus 1. Then this is the command to get the partial fractions. So print PF, whatever the name you have given, we have to write here. So I am getting minus 3 by 3x minus 1 plus 2 by 2x minus 1. This I am getting. Okay. These two values I am getting. Now, my given function was 1 by 6x square minus 5x plus 1. This can be written as a by 3x minus 1 plus b by 2x minus 1. I got the value of a equal to minus 3, b equal to 2. Therefore, I can write like this. Okay. Now, we can find the nth derivative. So, this is in the form of 1 by ax plus b. This is also in the form of 1 by ax plus b. We have the formula to find the nth derivative of 1 by ax plus b. So, differentiating n times this equation, I will get yn is equal to minus 3 as it is. Okay. 1 by 3x minus 1, nth derivative is minus 1 to the power of n factorial 3 power of n divided by 3x minus 1 to the power of n plus 1 plus. Here also 2 is constant quantity, we keep this as it is. 1 by 2x minus 1 nth derivative is minus 1 to the power of n factorial 2 power of n divided by 2x minus 1 to the power of n plus 1. So this is the nth derivative of the given function. Here you can take minus 1 to the power of n and n factorial common factor. We can write like this, right? Next example. Okay, this is the third example. Y equal to x square divided by x minus 1 whole square into x minus 2. Find the nth derivative. First, I will resolve this into partial fractions. Here, this is a proper fraction because the numerator, degree of numerator is 2, degree of denominator is 3. Here 2 and here 1. Okay, this is a proper fraction. We can resolve this into partial fractions. The denominator, this is the repeated linear factor and this is one linear factor. Okay, for repeated linear factor, what we need to do here is we have to write a constant divided by one factor plus another constant divided by its square. Plus, with respect to this, I have to write c by another constant divided by x minus 2. So that is x square by x minus 1 whole square into x minus 2 can be written as a by x minus 1 plus b by x minus 1 square plus c by x minus 2. Then the remaining process is same. That is multiplying throughout by the denominator of the left hand side. That is multiplying by x minus 1 whole square into x minus 2. Left hand side becomes x square equal to right hand side. I am multiplying by x minus 1 whole square into x minus 2. Multiplying with this first term, x minus 1 gets cancelled. What I am getting is a into x minus 1 into x minus 2 plus. Multiplying to this term, x minus 1 whole square gets cancelled. X minus 2 remains b into x minus 2 plus c into, in this case x minus 2 gets cancelled, x minus 1 whole square remains. So this is the equation. From this equation we have to find the values of a, b, c. Okay, for that we make the brackets to 0. That is, two brackets are there, x minus 1 and x minus 2. So let me try for putting x equal to 1. So if I put x equal to 1, this bracket 0, this bracket becomes 0 means the whole term becomes 0. And this bracket becomes 0, therefore this term becomes 0. So here only on the right hand side I am getting only one term here. Left hand side x square is there. I am taking x equal to 1 means left hand side equal to 1. On the right hand side we have, I am putting x equal to 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. That is minus b. Minus b equal to 1 or b equal to minus 1. So this is the value of b. Next I will put x equal to 2. If I put x equal to 2, this term becomes 0 because there is a term x minus 2. And this term also becomes 0. Left hand side 2 square is 4. Okay, this is our 4. What is on the right hand side? I am taking x equal to 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 square is 1. 1 into c. C. On the right hand side c. On the left hand side 4. So that is, I am getting c equal to 4. Then we have to find the value of a. How to find the value of a? We have to put x equal to something other than these two values. Okay. The convenient method is just we put x is equal to 0. Okay. If I put x equal to 0, I will get an equation in terms of a, b, c. Already we know the values of b and c. Substituting for b and c, then we get the value of a. Okay. So if I put x equal to 0, left hand side is 0. Okay, this is 0. And what this becomes 0 minus 1 is minus 1 into minus 2. This is minus into minus plus 2. 2a. Okay, 2a. X equal to 0 means 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Minus 2b plus x equal to 0. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 square is plus 1. 1 into c is c. So that is 0 equal to 2a minus 2b plus c. What this implies? This implies 0 equal to 2a. Here if I put the value of b equal to minus 1. Minus into minus plus 2. So this is plus 2 plus c value equal to 4. So that is here 2a plus 6 is equal to 0. Or 2a equal to minus 6. Or a equal to minus 3. These are the values of a, b, c. A equal to minus 3, b equal to minus 1, c equal to 4. And this can be obtained by Python programming. This similar program from SymPy import star x equal to symbols pf apart, write the equation. Okay. X square divided by x minus 1 whole square into x minus 2. Then print pf. I am getting minus 3 by x minus 1. Minus 1 by x minus 1 square plus 4 by x minus 2. Okay. Values of a, b, c minus 3, minus 1 and c equal to 4. So that is here. Given function is y equal to x square divided by x minus 1 whole square into x minus 2. This can be written as a by x minus 1 plus b by x minus 1 whole square plus c by x minus 2. Substituting the values are a, b, c. I am getting minus 3 by x minus 1 plus minus 1 by x minus 1 square plus 4 by x minus 2. Now if I differentiate this with respect to x n times, I will get y n. Okay. Here we know the differentiation of 1 by ax plus b. So therefore directly we can add the derivative of the first term, nth derivative of the first term. Similarly, this is also in the form of 1 by ax plus b. I can write directly the nth derivative of this term. The only problem is here. 1 by x minus 1 square is there. We have to find the nth derivative. For that first I will find out the nth derivative of 1 by x minus 1 whole square. Okay, for that let me take z equal to 1 by x minus 1 square. This is equal to, I can write this as x minus 1 to the power of minus 2. This is my z. If I differentiate this with respect to x, I will get z1 equal to derivative of this is minus 2 into x minus 1 to the power of minus 3. Again differentiating, I will get z2 equal to minus 2 into derivative of this is minus 3 into x minus 1 to the power of minus 4. Again differentiating with respect to x, I will get z3 equal to minus 2 minus 3 into minus 4 into x minus 1 to the power of minus 5. So in general, if I differentiate n times, what I am getting? See here, this is third derivative. This last term is 4. Second derivative last term is 3. Okay. And for the nth derivative last term must be n plus 1. That is minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 up to minus of n plus 1 into this term x minus 1. See, suffix is 3, this is 5. Suffix is 2, this is the power is 4 here with a negative sign. Therefore, if the suffix is n, this power must be n plus 2 with a negative sign. So, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 at minus of n plus 1 into x minus 1 to the power of minus of n plus 2. Here, how many negative signs are there? 1, 2, 3, up to, this is n plus 1. Okay. So, totally n terms are here. N terms are here. Starting with 2, ending with n plus 1 means totally n terms are here. I can write minus 2 as minus 1 into 2. This as minus 1 into 3. This as minus 1 into 4. This as minus 1 into n plus 1. That is minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 up to n times. That gives minus 1 to the power of n. So all negative signs we have written here. Then what remains is 2 into 3 into 4 into up to n plus 1. This is nothing but n plus 1 factorial. So n plus 1 factorial. And if I write this in the denominator, I will write this as x minus 1 to the power of n plus 2. So this is the nth derivative of 1 by x minus 1 square. So that is, we found the nth derivative of this. Okay. Now we find the nth derivative. So y equal to this. Therefore yn equal to minus 3 as it is. 1 by x minus 1 nth derivative is minus 1 to the power of n factorial. Here a equal to 1. Therefore this is 1 into x minus 1 to the power of n plus 1 minus nth derivative of this we got here. Okay, this is minus 1 to the power of n plus 1 factorial divided by x minus 1 to the power of n plus 2 plus 4 as it is. Nth derivative of 1 by x minus 2 is minus 1 to the power of n factorial divided by x minus 2 to the power of n plus 1. So this is the nth derivative. Our next example, find the nth derivatives of the following: sin square x, cos square x, sin cube x, cos cube x, sin fourth x, cos fourth x. Okay. Now we know the nth derivative of sin of ax plus b as well as cos of ax plus b. So nth derivative of cos of ax plus b is a power of n cos of n pi by 2 plus ax plus b. Similarly, nth derivative of sin of ax plus b is a power of n sin of n pi by 2 plus ax plus b. So that is, we know the nth derivative of sin as well as cos. We don't know the nth derivatives of the powers of sin, coses. That is, we don't know the nth derivative of sin square, sin cube, sin to the power of 4, or cos power 4, cos cube, cos square. What we need to do here is, just we have to convert these squares, cubes to the power of 4 in terms of just sines or coses with power 1. Okay. Then we can, using this formula, we can find the nth derivative. Okay. See here, I will consider the first example. Y equal to sin square x. We have the formula sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x by 2. Okay. So here power 2 was there. Now here there is no power. We have converted square into without a power. Right. So sin square x is 1 minus cos 2x by 2. Now we can find the nth derivative. So this is here. Yn is equal to, nth derivative of this is 1 by 2 as it is. Okay, it is a constant quantity. Derivative of 1 is 0 minus nth derivative of cos 2x is 2 power of n cos of n pi by 2 plus 2x. Directly we can write, we have the formula. So nth derivative equal to 1 by 2 into minus 2 power of n cos of n pi by 2 plus 2x. Similarly, second example, find the nth derivative of cos square x is there. We have the formula for cos square x. Cos square x can be written as 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. Okay. Now, finding the nth derivative, 1 by 2 as it is, constant quantity. Derivative of 1 is 0 plus nth derivative of cos 2x is 2 power of n cos of n pi by 2 plus 2x. Okay. Next, find the nth derivative of sin cube x. We have this formula, sin 3a equal to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a, or 4 sin cube a equal to 3 sin a minus sin 3a. Okay. Or sin cube a equal to 1 by 4 into 3 sin a minus sin 3a. See, the power 3 can be converted into sum or difference of the two trigonometric functions with some different angles here without any powers. So, y equal to sin cube x is the given function. This can be written as using this formula 1 by 4 into 3 sin x minus sin 3x. Now we can find the nth derivative of this. So therefore yn equal to 1 by 4 as it is, 3 sin x nth derivatives 3 as it is constant into sin x nth derivatives sin of n pi by 2 plus x minus nth derivative of sin 3x is 3 power of n into sin of n pi by 2 plus 3x. So this is the nth derivative of sin cube of x. Next, cos cube x. Just we have to convert this power in terms of without powers. That's sum or difference of two trigonometric functions. We have the formula cos 3a equal to 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a, or 4 cos cube a equal to cos 3a plus 3 cos a, or 3 cos a plus cos 3a, or cos cube a equal to 1 by 4 into cos 3a plus 3 cos a. So cos cube a can be written like this. That is cos cube x equal to 1 by 4 into 3 cos x plus cos 3x. Now we can find the nth derivative of this. So yn equal to 1 by 4 as it is. 3 cos x nth derivative is 3 constant as it is. Cos x nth derivative is cos of n pi by 2 plus x plus cos 3x nth derivative is 3 power of n into cos of n pi by 2 plus 3x. Okay, this is the nth derivative. Next example is y equal to sin 4th of x. We can write sin 4th of x as sin square x square. This is equal to, again sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2. 1 minus cos 2x by 2 square. This is equal to, expanding 2 square is this 4, 1 by 4 into the expanding this a minus b whole square, a square 1 plus b square cos square 2x minus 2ab minus 2 cos 2x. Okay, so this is our y. Again power is here. Again we have to convert this in terms of sum or difference. So this is equal to 1 by 4 into 1 as it is plus cos square 2x can be written as 1 plus cos 4x by 2 minus 2 cos 2x as it is. Now I can find the nth derivative of all these functions. So this is equal to, if I take this 1 by 4 inside, this becomes 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2, separate denominators, 1 by 2 into 4 is 1 by 8 plus 4 cos 4x divided by 2 into 4 cos 4x by 8 minus 2 cos 2x by 4, that is minus cos 2x by 2. Okay, so this is my y. Now I can find the nth derivative. So yn equal to nth derivative of 1 by 4 is 0, nth derivative of 1 by 8 is 0 plus 1 by 8 into nth derivative of cos of 4x equal to 4 to the power of n into cos of n pi by 2 plus 4x minus 1 by 2 constant into nth derivative of cos 2x is 2 power of n cos of n pi by 2 plus 2x. So this is the nth derivative. Similarly, next example, y equal to cos 4th of x. Again cos 4th of x can be written as cos square x square. This is equal to, cos square x can be written as 1 plus cos 2x by 2. Okay. Again taking the powers here, denominator 2 square is 4. This is 1 by 4 into, expanding this 1 plus cos 2x whole square is 1 square plus cos square 2x plus 2ab, that is 2 cos 2x. Again we have to convert this because this is the power 2 here, we have to convert this into sum or differences. This can be written as 1 by 4 into 1 plus cos square 2x is nothing but 1 plus cos 4x by 2 plus 2 cos 2x. This is equal to, taking 1 by 4 inside, this will become 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 4 is 1 by 8 plus cos 4x by 8, 4 into 2, 8 plus 2 cos 2x by 4, that is cos 2x by 2. This is my y. Now I can find the nth derivative. So therefore yn is equal to nth derivative of this is 0, nth derivative of this is 0 plus 1 by 8 into nth derivative of cos 4x is 4 power of n cos of n pi by 2 plus 4x plus nth derivative of this is 1 by 2 into 2 power of n into cos of n pi by 2 plus 2x. So this is the nth derivative of cos 4th of x. Okay, thank you. We stop here.